And we are live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another live session with Lee J and Melissa, transforming families online. Yes, our 90 Go Live Challenge. So, for those of you who are new to our page, welcome, welcome. And for those of you that are old in our page, thanks for hitting that love button and comments, right? But yeah, we're so grateful. We just finished Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, and the ambience uh, for October is being grateful. It's also Mama Mary's month, right? Month of the Rosary. And we are so grateful, right? With so many things in our lives, especially the gift of life. And we're able to live the life that we have right now. So we're so grateful, guys. And yeah, what are you grateful for? Put that in the comment below. Um, Anyways, we also wanted to say hi to our latest inquiries, right? There's a ton of them. We're running a campaign right now. Um, we're running a campaign right now with people in our audience, in our demographics, and some of them are reaching out, asking questions, technical questions, business questions, so many questions, which is
Yeah.
perfectly fine. You know, we can set up a one-on-one sort of consultation, one-on-one a conversation before you actually join us, and we appreciate you researching the business actually before joining, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's something that we recommend for those of you um, who are just signing up or who are just researching about us, right? Go to our Facebook page or our YouTube, right? We have a ton of information that you can watch on our Go Live sessions, and there's also a um, community uh, Facebook groups, right? That we can invite you to, and you can snoop around, right? Snoop around the different kind of business partners that we have there.
Yeah.
Maybe you can resonate in some way, right? Some of them are accountants, some of them are nurses, lots of nurses, right? Not in the medical field. Some of them are engineers, some of them are um, regular workers, housekeepers, to people that are admin, right? They are regular individuals that are achieving extraordinary results, right? And I think that's one of the things that's unique about us, is that we cater to pretty much everyone, right? Everyone,
Yes.
that's not everyone, people that are looking for change, people that are
Yes.
looking or committed um, to to starting their own side hustle, people that are really serious about it, right? And I think that's one of the things that we want to tell you right now. People that are reaching out saying that, oh, I've seen this before, etc., etc., and that's good, right? That they've seen this, that they've gone through their own research, and they can decide whether or not it's for them. I am a very straightforward person as well. I will tell you what it is, right? If you reach out to me, and if you are still considering this after you've known what it is, then awesome, right? But if not, then I wish you good luck with your future endeavors, right? But at the end of the day, guys, it is a legitimate business. We do get taxed receipt, right, or tax forms from the government, saying that we've earned this much, and therefore we are obliged, or we are compelled to report our earnings.
Yes.
Um,
But we do we are able to claim business expenses.
Mhm.
So anything, like our home, right?
Mhm.
We're using our home to do all the work that we're doing because
Mhm.
we can do it in the comfort of our home or while we're traveling. So we can claim all the expenses that we're using for our businesses
Mhm.
and deduct that from all our online earnings.
Mhm. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why we took our time to research, took our time to really dip our toes into it, because we wanted to make sure that this is legitimate, right? This is something that we can actually do, something that we can replicate, so that we can teach other people to do the same thing, something that we can back. Uh, our words for, right? So when
Yeah.
we say, we have a solution for you if you are considering this, if you're looking for to start an online business, we truly do, right? So we have the system, we have the training, we have the mentorship, we have everything you possibly need in order to earn, right, online. So on this 90 Go Live Challenge topic, we pick a wholesome topic, right? That talks about what are or what role do your Christian values play in our business practices?
Yes, because Lijay and we are both Christians,
Hmm.
right? Catholic Christians, and we want to keep that Christian values in everything that we do in our
Hmm.
businesses, and at the same time in our family.
That's right.
Yeah, and but the business that we are doing is not limited to Christians, right? So
Yeah.
it has a whole denominations in it.
Yeah.
But the great thing about this is whoever what demographic you are in
Hmm.
or any religion you are in, you can make the business fit the way you want it in your life. Yeah.
That's right. And the reason why we picked this topic is because we wanted to let people know, right, that we're doing this, in order for us to do more in our ministry, to have a source of income that we are proud of, that aligns with our Christian values. And some might ask, what are these Christian values, right? Number one for us is honesty, right? We really want to have an honest living, right? Meaning when we are attracting people to come take a look at this, we want it to be as transparent as we possibly can without ruining the experience for you, right? Because sometimes when we are super straightforward, we can ruin the entire system, right? Meaning we might not give you the chance to think about it, right?
Yeah.
Or we might be leading you into a decision we want you to have.
Yeah.
Um, and we don't want that. We truly want to give you the information you need, and provide you the information so that you will have an informed decision, right? So honesty is a big part of it. And when people are asking me things, and I am in a position that I would lie, I wouldn't do that, right? I would rather tell you the truth, and take it from there, rather than finding the truth later on, and then all of a sudden we're not in good terms, or you're giving me bad reviews or giving us bad reviews. That's not the case of this, right? The other thing is integrity, right? So integrity is something that's very close to us, because we've done so many other businesses in the past, and and it's really difficult to discipline yourself when it comes to money, right? You don't know where sometimes people smell desperation, and sometimes they are not forced, but they are tempted, right, to do um, unethical way of doing businesses, right? So people that are sneaky, trying to get email addresses, and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
people that are just doing this tricks, right, in order for you to be in a particular system, right, and then not being able to get out, right? So we wanted to, when we started our business, we said that we wanted something that has integrity, right? And being having honesty, right, of what kind of business we're trying to get into, right, or what kind of business partners we're going to have, right. And we also wanted to have fairness in all the business dealings that we have. I understand that there's going to be challenges, right? Some of you might not be able to afford starting a business, and that's totally fine, right? um, if you are not in the position to finance your business, then maybe we should wait, right, for a couple months, couple years, you know just to prepare yourself in that category. We don't want you to be in a position where you have so much pressure, right, to make money out of this thing. And I understand that sometimes starting a business comes from a desperate move, right, because you don't have any other options. But at the same time, we wanted you to have the experience of a legitimate entrepreneurship, that you can decide properly on where to allocate your funds or where to use your funds, right? Not because we wanted a commission out of it, but what we want you to have is for you to know how to fish, right? There's the saying that teach a man give a man a fish and you'll feed them a day. Teach a man how to fish and you'll feed them in a lifetime. And I think that's probably one of the core principles here in the online space, is we wanted to teach you how to fish, right? How do you actually earn using the resources, the tools that you have right now. Um, and sometimes we get very narrow minded, right? Um, on or being closed-minded because we just don't believe whatever we're seeing online. And I remember the time where I was also looking for a business like this, and it went to a point that where we're getting desperate, right? We're getting desperate to earn something, and I'm putting in everything I possibly could, putting money in it, being desperate, looking for a quick turnaround. And that comes down deep inside you. Deep inside me at that time, I was feeling lost, right? I have no idea where to start. I don't know how am I supposed to continue with this business. Because like what I said, it comes down from the feeling of desperation. Sometimes in a moment where you don't have any more money to pay for your basic necessities, and you just wanted to make a quick cash. And a lot of these things comes down from the moment where you're like, oh my gosh, like this is it. I just really just want to do something, right? Or have a change in my life. um, these are some of the things that can motivate people, right? In a good way and in a bad way. But sometimes, a lot of people gets motivated in the wrong way, meaning when you are desperate, when you are coming into a desperate position, you would just do anything you want, you need in order to survive. And in spite of that, we on the flip side, we actually want to encourage you to for you to come into a motivated place, right, instead of a desperate place.
Yeah.
um
Or like, yeah, inspired.
yeah.
Yeah, we want you to take the decision with because you are inspired.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you are inspired to do so, and therefore it's actually a lot easier to
Yeah.
do things when you are inspired rather than being desperate, right? um People ask us, can I do this? Am I too old to do this, right? And the Christian value in us is saying that, of course, you can, right? That's a positive part of it. Is it going to be easy? Probably not, right? Is it going to be simple? Yes, it is simple, right? There is a step by step process. But there are times where, VJ, when am I supposed to have to make money? Is it going to be in 1 month? Is it going to be in 2 months? Is it going to be in 6 months, right? Those are questions that are that are really in a desperate position, right?
Yeah.
And if you are coming into business with that desperate move, you're not going to have good results or probably good experience as well, right? People that are coming into that position usually quit within the next few weeks, few months, right, of starting this
Yeah,
business.
yeah, especially when they don't see the results that they're looking for,
Mhm.
right? um it totally depends on, in terms of time frame, it totally depends on how you started. There are different strategies to start the business. You can start from the slow
Mhm.
lanes, medium lane, fast lane, and sometimes even if you are in the fast lane, even if you have that goal of that first month or 2 months to earn that income that you're looking
Mhm.
for, it really totally depends on how fast you do the training, on how well you understand the business. Because for us, it does took some time for us to really study and
Mhm.
dive deep into the business, because we have a different understanding of it before, because we have been in businesses um, before where it was completely different. It's not online, it's in-person meetings, presentations, those kind of things.
Mhm.
And when we the moment we actually roll up our sleeves and actually study the business and what the business truly is and how you get compensated,
Mhm.
that's when it actually hit magically for us. And next thing you know, we are getting business partners that are just reaching out to us and saying, they got curious about the business. What is it?
Good.
And we just follow the system. We followed what we're supposed to do, and then next thing you know, they
It's okay.
started their own business and they did the training. They're getting results of their own.
Mhm.
They're moving up into their milestones, and we are we are and that took time for us. And some people it took for few months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, within a year. For
Mhm.
us, it took us a couple years,
Mhm.
right? And we had to really take out some things that we know about business. And sometimes it really is beneficial for people who doesn't have any business
Absolutely,
experience
yeah.
at all to
Mhm.
start a business like this, because that's when you really start from scratch.
Mhm.
Because you start from that learning mindset, that you really really want to learn and really want to make it work. Because even though you haven't done anything like this before, you're really open to actually learn. Yeah.
People ask, can I do this alone, right? Can I succeed with the current age that I have, right? Of course you can, right? As long
Yeah.
as there's a possibility of you um, being able to learn, being able to be coached, right? You're absolutely
Yeah.
qualified to do so.
Yeah, if
Uh,
you know how to follow instructions, right? And we have worked with people that are in their 60s, and we have seen people in our business community that are over 70s.
mhm.
And I think the eldest that we have is around in her late 70s,
70s,
so
yeah.
almost 80s.
Yeah.
And she is living her life in retirement in
Yeah,
Mexico. And
lives
she
in Mexico, bought
yeah,
a house in Mexico,
and
having
she
a
originally lived in Canada,
yeah.
right? And she packed up her stuff and bought a place in Mexico, and that's where she lives full time now.
Right.
And we also have seen people in our community, business owners in our community,
Mhm.
that are who are as young as 18 years old,
That's right.
right? And they they're able to get results of their own, right, without the help of their families. Sometimes they had to actually really learn it themselves. And yeah, it's very inspiring. There's so much possibilities that you can get from a business such as this.
Right.
And you know um,
And the best way to get started, you guys, right? Register on that free workshop that we have every Tuesday and Thursday. In fact, there's one today. Today is Tuesday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time,
Yeah.
6 p.m. in the Pacific, and 8 p.m. in the Eastern Canadian time. If you don't have, you know, if you can't make it on those live sessions, you can absolutely watch the recorded webinar, which we are actually in the replay. We
Oh,
You get
right there.
to
There's a
you get to listen to our story, right? To our story of how
Yes.
we, how we got started on this, how we are doing now,
Yeah.
and a lot of these things, you guys, comes because there's a reason, right? There's a reason behind this. This could be a prayer that you've been asking for quite some time. This could be a, an intention that you put out there for God and the universe to, um, to grant, right? This could be a wish, right, that you've been wishing for quite some time. And what I can say is that there are magical things that can happen when you take action, and sometimes just one little nudge, right? That's the catalyst that can bring you the abundance, the wealth, the possibilities you want. For some of you that are stagnant in their careers, thinking that there's no other way but to just stay in that miserable jobs. You don't need to, right? There is a way out of that. If you are considering a career change, but doesn't have the funds to cover it, doesn't have the resources to cover it, this could fund that career change, right? I know some people would want to be a pilot, right, for example, and they just don't have the proper funds to fund themselves to become a professional pilot, and therefore they go in, they start their own business, right? And they become very, very successful at that business. It doesn't need to be their passion, right? The business doesn't need to be their passion, but it funds those passion and those interests that they have, right? And we've seen so many successful individuals that are completely different careers, but they still did this business so that they can fund more or they can do more of the things that they love. Engineers, for example, that are very passionate, right, in building things. And so even though they are very successful in this business, they've earned 6 figures a month, right? 5 figures a month. And a lot of these things comes down to the passion that they have. They still want to do whatever they're doing as an engineer. Go ahead and do so, right? Because they are going, they are doing this thing to do the things that they truly love, right? For us, what we love is that we love spending time with our family. We want to serve more in our ministry. We wanted to serve more to people and to our families as well, right? And we wanted to make a change, right? Uh, in out there, and in some cases, people gets inspired of the work that we do. Some does not, and that's okay as well, right? But one thing that I can we can promise you is that if you register on that workshop and you find that this is something that you really want to do, and you really want to commit to change, you really want to commit to starting your own online business, right? We will be your mentor and we will be there until the very end of it, right? We don't give up easily, right? We've been around for 4 years, and we will continue to do so and support you, however we can support you. Okay. So check out that free workshop, right? You'll get everything you possibly need in order to make a sound decision. Okay. So hopefully that's it for our time. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys. We love you so much. God bless
Take
you.
care.
Say
Bye.
bye.